In this lecture, we are going to study PLC programming. Before that, we will see memory organization. Each input and output module of PLC is recognized and identified by a unique address in a memory. The internal contact and coil are normally represented symbolically with symbols, and memory organization accounts for the areas of memory in a given PLC for each of these items. The typical memory organization, as shown in figure, has mainly two categories of memory: user program and data table. The PLC program is entered and stored in user program, and it contains the logic that controls the machine operation. The data table stores the information needed to carry out the program, which contains information of status of input and output devices, timers, counters, and data storage, etc. Second figure shows program scan. PLC repeatedly takes snapshots of input statement to read values at input and output and energize or de-energize output according to user program. This process is known as program scan. This figure shows PLC scan, which will operate for every few tens of milliseconds. The scan time depends on programming content, length, remote input output scan, etc. Each instruction also requires time for execution. Two basic scan patterns are there: horizontal scan and vertical scan. In horizontal scan, the process examines input and output instructions from first command starting from top left row by row. In vertical scan, the process examines input and output instructions from the top left vertically column by column. Input processing takes place by two ways: continuous updating and mass input output copying. Continuous updating, each input point is scanned individually and its effect on program is determined. So, because of this, there is a delay. In mass input output copying, here specific area of RAM is used as a buffer store, and each input output has an address in this memory. This allows more rapid execution of program. Here we can see PLC scan. Three scans are there: input scan, program scan, and output scan. In input scan, we record status data of input devices. In program scan, instructions are executed sequentially, and in output scan, it energizes output devices and it updates output. PLC programming language. The International Electrotechnical Commission (IEC) has been working toward establishing standardized forms of various PLC programming languages. There are about 5 common PLC programming methods used in practice. First method is structured text, a high-level language similar to Pascal or C for developing well-structured control software. Second, ladder diagrams. This is the most commonly used programming method evolved from electrical relay circuits and is in the form of graphical language. Third one is functional block diagram. It is a graphical programming language, uses logic for digital signals and numeric functional blocks. Fourth one is sequential function charts, a graphical programming language built around state transition diagram, developing control sequence programs that are time and event driven. And fifth one is instruction-based mnemonics. It is a low-level instruction language, contains simple mnemonics codes such as LD, AND, OR, etc. and each code corresponds to ladder statement. These mnemonics are then translated into machine language. The codes used differ from manufacturer to manufacturer. This figure shows us the method of programming PLCs. In this figure, we can see instruction codes by various manufacturers. For open contact, Mitsubishi has code LD, close contact LD1, series element with open contact and series element with close contact ANI, parallel element with open contact or parallel element with close contact ORI, and output has command out. So different manufacturers has different commands for this instructions. Again, in this figure we have different methods of programming. In figure A, here we have structured text method which denotes output y0 is equal to x1 and x2 or x3 and x4. So this is simple instruction for output y0 which has 4 inputs x1, x2, x3 and x4. Similarly, figure B shows us ladder diagram which has output y0, x1, x2, x3, x4 are the inputs. Then figure C shows functional blocks which again has 4 inputs from x1 to x4 and output y0. Figure D shows the sequential functional chart which has different steps. Step 1 in which we have introduced x1, step 2 in this we have introduced x2. Then last figure, figure E, which is instruction list. So in this table we can see step numbers are there, then instructions and devices are written in column. So step 1 instruction is LD and device is X1. Next step instruction is ANI, device is X2. Next step has instruction OR, device X3. Fourth step instruction is and device is X4. Fifth step has instruction out and device is Y0. So these are various methods for programming PLC. In this figure we can see ladder diagram. Here we have push button X1 and level switch X2. When push button is pressed and if the level of the oil is healthy, then the circuit is completed and motor will turn on. The key features of this ladder diagram are a contact called start might be representing on and off state of the switch which initiates the ladder rung to operate an output device. The contact representing Boolean variable.